I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Housing Successor Agency, and City Council to order. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Mora.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Zamora.
Here.
And Mayor Rounds.
Here. I'd like to call upon Cindy Jarvis to lead us in the invocation.
Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10. Tomorrow, February 5th, would have been my dad's 95th birthday. He lived his life to serve. He served his country for 30 years in the U.S. Navy, and then he served his family for the remainder of his days. He taught me many things in life, but one of the most important things he taught me was to respect everyone, regardless of race, gender, rank, or position. We need to love as Jesus loved, he would say. My dad's kindness for others was infectious, and he lived as an example to others. Let's practice humility and grace in our daily lives. You never know who needs it most. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we honor you in all that we do. Please be with us tonight as we meet as a community. We're grateful for the people in leadership within our city and those serving on this council. Cover them with your arms of protection. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing. I'd like to ask Councilmember Juanita Martin to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next, we have introductions. I'd like to introduce Kathy Fink, Santa Fe Springs Chamber CEO. And from the Little Lake School District Board, I think the clerk, what's your name? Clerk of the, Hilda Zamora. Welcome.
I didn't know.
He didn't know. Thank you. Next, we have presentations. I'm going to start with item number 4A first, Lakota presentation. I'd like to call upon Representative Priscilla Rodriguez.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. My name is Priscilla Rodriguez, Community Engagement Manager with LA CAUTA. We are here on behalf of LA CAUTA to express our heartfelt gratitude to the City of Santa Fe Springs. With your support and the help of dedicated donors and volunteers, we collected essential items, hygiene products, food, blankets, and more for those impacted by the recent fire. These weren't just donations. They were acts of hope and compassion. Tonight, we'll share a video of the volunteers whose hard work reflects the spirit of this incredible community. Together, we didn't just gather supplies, we delivered comfort, dignity, and a reminder that Santa Fe Springs stands strong for its people. Thank you. Thank you again.
Next on the agenda was the Lakeside Middle School eighth grade Washington DC support trip, but they weren't able to make it, so we'll put them on another future agenda, please. Next, we have recognition of police services and fire staff for their support at the Eaton Palisades fires. I'd like to call upon Director of Police Services Arlene Salazar and Fire Chief Chad Van Meederen.
Good evening, Mayor Rounds and members of the City Council. Thank you for this opportunity to recognize the employees from the Police Services Department that responded to the Eaton Fire, Sierra Madre community. I want to acknowledge Assistant Director of Police Services Michelle Norwood and Public Safety Supervisor Lindsay Inman for their quick action to activate and prepare our staff within an hour of the call. Lindsay managed the calls for service and ensured that staff had their support supplies during this deployment. The department staff did not hesitate to take shifts for 4 straight days while we continue to make police services operations to meet the needs of Santa Fe Springs and support the Whittier Police Department. I also want to acknowledge SIACA for their donation of cat food, dog food, beds, blankets, crates that were donated, and to Parks and Recreation staff that helped put together these pet food pails that were easy to grab and go for our fire victims. Police services staff rallied and demonstrated compassion and professionalism while they represented the city of Santa Fe Springs at the regional command centers that were established at the onset of the devastating fires. A note of appreciation to Whittier police dispatchers that were monitoring our staff location to ensure their safety. Our staff assisted with restricting access to residential and commercial corridors, assisted in evacuation orders, and also assisted with critical relief for sworn and non-sworn personnel that needed rest. It is a privilege to have these staff members in the department, and I appreciate the City Council's recognition this evening for their service to our regional neighbors. In attendance tonight, I'd like to call them up. Lead PSO Stephen Rickert. Rodel Perez is our lead PSO. They're already in order, thank you. PSO 2, Evan Contreras. PSO 2, Jonathan Gomez. Public Safety Officer Andrew Carreri. Public Safety Officer Ashley Diaz. Public Safety Officer James Murillo. Code Enforcement Supervisor Kristen Haney. And Code Enforcement Inspector Melissa Orozco. We had 2 other members of our team that are not in attendance tonight, but also participated in that deployment was Lead PSO John Wesselman and Lead PSO Maria Ortega. So tonight it's a privilege to present to you your team from Santa Fe Springs. Essentially, our whole department was there in those 4 days at some capacity. So I just appreciate the City Council's recognition of their dedication and their flexibility in going when that call came out. So thank you very much.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Before we go on to the next presentation, real quick, Priscilla, come up here, I forgot. Let's take a picture, okay?
Jaden, let's go.
Jaden, you want your picture taken?
Come on, sweetie.
Come on, Jaden, come here. Thank you, hon.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce the firefighters to you who responded out to the deadly fires of the Palisades and the Eaton fires. On January 7, as you know, the Palisades fire erupted, burning approximately 23,000 acres and 6,800 homes. That same day, another fire erupted, the Eaton fire up in Pasadena, that burned 14,000 acres and about 10,500 homes. Unfortunately, during this time, about 29 lives were lost. I would like to commend the firefighters that did respond to that. The weather conditions, the terrain, something that that we could not stop the fire at that time. Fortunately, we were able to save some homes and we were able to save some lives. So with that, before I introduce the firefighters, we do have a little video we'd like to show.
Now I've never been a one to play it safe. I might play a little dirty someday, and I'm following fate. They say I'm the chosen one. And I know what it takes to be a king, and be the song everybody wanna sing, and bring harmony, and be the chosen one. Ain't nothing gonna stop this. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. I was born to be making history, something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. It's plain reality. I was born to be something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. This fire. They told me I was never getting far, but those words couldn't take to heart. I knew the day would come, be the chosen one. Yeah. I never had a safe place to hide. I run to the end of the tunnel to find a train on a shining sun, to be the chosen one. Ain't nothing gonna stop this. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. I was born to be making history, something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. It's plain reality. I was born to be something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. History, something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. It's plain reality. I was born to be something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. I was born to be making history, something greater, something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire. This fire. This fire, this fire. I'm gonna burn the best of this fire. I'm gonna burn right now. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire.
As you can see, the destruction was incredible. against all odds, our guys were out there doing the best they could, trying to not only save homes and lives, but also to identify those victims that were lost. So on October 7, we deployed 5 personnel, 4 people on a fire engine, and 1 strike team leader. About 3 days later, we deployed our urban search and rescue team, and they went out to search for those victims that were still missing from the fires and identify the homes that were damaged. So with that, I'd like to take this time to recognize those individuals. But if I could, just one more thing. I see here in the audience that we have some families here of the firefighters that were here. I think any firefighter in this room would agree they are doing their job. They would all do it again right now if they were called out. I think the heroes are the families that are sitting here that support them. So with that, we have the Glaze family over here to my left. We have the Nilo family. And we have the Chavez family here. So. Without the support of families, firefighters wouldn't be able to do what they do. So I just want to thank the families for that, all the support. So at this time, if I could call up the firefighters, we have Battalion Chief Michael Glaze. Captain Mike Palacios. Engineer Paul Garcia. Captain Joseph Walls. Captain Jesus Chavez. Captain Ed Nilo. Firefighter Nima Kashani. Also deployed but not able to be here tonight is Engineer Joe Strotman. Firefighter Casey Jones. Engineer Michael Tettleton. Firefighter Ryan Jones. Firefighter Robert Amaya. Almost there. Firefighter Brandon English. Engineer Tyler Strimmel. And Captain Jack Francis. Thank you. All right.
I know.
Oh, geez.
Stop growing. Of
Only
course,
just.
Walls has to be next to me.
I was going to ask if the families of the individuals could come up here and take a picture.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Three, two,
Just on behalf of myself, and I know we'll probably all have comments, thank you so much for what you guys do. Not anybody could sign up for what you guys did. And you guys did it, and you guys continue to do it. We have the best of the best here. And we couldn't ask for any more, any better bodies than we have. And the fact that you guys did what you did, and you all came home safe, that's the most important thing, and you guys came back to your families. So the families that are here, thank you so much for allowing your spouses, your dad, to be here, and let us have them saving our lives every day. So thank you so much on behalf of myself, my family. Again, we have the best of the best here in Santa Fe Springs. So thank you so much for choosing Santa Fe Springs to be your second home. So thank you so much.
I'd also like to chime in and say how much we appreciate every one of you that went out, risked your life, and the families that allow you to go out there because they know that you have a purpose and people need you. And we watched the TV, and it's just the things that are going through your head, and we're not even there. I can't even imagine how what you went through over there. And it's just, it touches my heart because you're so brave, and we appreciate everything that you do. And our PSOs, thank you so much for everything that you do. We couldn't ask for a better team right here. We're very proud of each and every one of you. And to all the families, thank you so much. We really appreciate them being here. Thank you.
Well, I'm just going to add to that, but some things do merit repeating. And of course, our firefighters and PSOs couldn't be prouder. As a city, we're really, really proud. And when it came time to rise up to the occasion, it was from the different aspects. Community came together with donations. Groups like LA CARA put stuff together to get it out there. But and then we got the PSOs that were ready with their management team. Firefighters, when everybody was running from the area, you guys were running to it. So, everybody here is a true hero. And I could not be prouder of this community than I am right now, because everybody really came together in a time of need. So for that, I am really, really grateful. And also to the families. The firefighters, you guys leave, and just like, police, are they going to come home tonight? So, always prayers to the family that everybody does return safe home every single night. So I appreciate everybody very much. Thank you.
Just to echo what my colleagues have said, you look at these individuals where you have fear, anxiety, anguish, and any other things that could be running through their minds, and where some people can say, well, it's their job, but imagine they didn't call out that day. They made sure that they attended, and they made sure they were there and they were present. And it's great to see that how we all come together as one whole. Nobody looked at, what color somebody was, or what religion, or what side of the party line they are. We come together. I know this is something that it's destructive, but God allows these things so we may unite and come together. So we can show, and I know yesterday we had a meeting when it comes to the ad hoc, and we're always talking about new devices, getting you guys, whatever you need that seems fit, and it's to be prepared for these days like this. And of course, families, the prayers at home, the things that their children go through, you don't understand. Those who are in our city, if there's ever much that you can do, is just always pray for these guys. These are our first responders, and imagine they respond to go to the fire. They respond to go to the flame instead of just saying, you know what, not today. Every day is their day. So I just always ask God to put a hedge of protection around all you guys and your families. I know that the misery that you saw and, the sleepless nights from just thinking about the things, may God just take that away from you guys. And I'm happy to hear, too, that over there that families, when they found out that our firefighters and our individuals had sack lunches, that they started cooking for you guys and had little cookouts with steaks and different things to make sure that you guys were properly fed. So, just, kudos to that. And I'm glad that you guys were, I know the kids are looking at you guys like, you hate that, but, you know, it just shows how everybody was appreciated, you know, so I just want to thank you guys all, and may God always bless you guys.
You know, it's chilling to watch the videos, to see the TV of everything, the devastation that took place. And we're seeing it through your eyes. But just, I don't think I can even imagine what it feels like to be in your position at that moment. These, you know, blazing fires going on, and you're running in, as stated. It just, we can't thank you enough for everything you do. And the PSOs that went up and helped out and relieved people that had been up there for hours and probably days. And also, I know Whittier PD was up there too. So, Captain, please thank all the people that were involved with Whittier PD for us on our behalf. But and God bless all of you for what you do. And I'm glad you're all back home safe with your families. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, Relay for Life Event of the Year. I'd like to call upon Cindy Jarvis.
Well, Relay for Life Santa Fe Springs won Event of the Year, which to my knowledge, I don't think has happened before in the history of the event, which is 22 years and counting. So we're very, very proud of the fact that we were able to support cancer in a very, very mighty way. We raised over $100,000. Our little city did that. And we had an amazing time, but more importantly, we got to get the message out of cancer awareness, helping those with cancer, helping those who need support. And we were there for that, and we stepped up to that challenge. So we're going to do it again this year. September 27th, I think, if I'm going off the calendar in my head. And we're anxious and eager to step up once again and be able to represent the city of Santa Fe Springs and Relay for Life. So without further ado, I have an award, a plaque that's going to be presented, and we would love to have everybody who is involved with Relay for Life this year, please come up. We want to honor you for all of your efforts because it's a teamwork mentality. And we couldn't do it without you. And a big shout out to the city of Santa Fe Springs. Gus was here a minute ago in the recreation department. Is he behind me? Could not have done that without Gus and his team. It was absolutely a teamwork effort for this event to look how it did, to come off as it did, and to be as successful as it was. And Renee, for your support in allowing it to be that way. We appreciate it, and more than that are the people with cancer that appreciate it and the people that we're going to help. So thank you to everyone at the city, and appreciate that.
Just real quick, for clarification, when you say event, what does that entail? Like the region-wise, it's SPAL 7, or is it just, you know, what cities does it, you know, include?
So the city of Santa Fe Springs puts on Relay for Life Santa Fe Springs. There are other events happening. There's one in La Mirada, there's one in Whittier, there's other ones in the surrounding areas. They all support, Long Beach has one as well. They all support Southern California American Cancer Society. And Nancy's here as a representative from American Cancer Society. But Santa Fe Springs, in our own little heart of Santa Fe Springs, raised $100,000 independent of everybody else. And we're just super proud to say we won Event of the Year. So without further ado, if you were involved, please come up. We'd like to present the award and take a photo.
I think that's pretty much the entire room, isn't it?
Let's go, wait, you guys get over this way. Wait, Cindy. Come on, man. Wait.
And then you want a picture with your phone too?
Cindy, scoot everybody over to your left, to your right. To your right a little bit? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Are we good? Are you good? Annette, you good?
Joanne's just waiting for him to.
Kathy and Chad with me now? We get closer to the building.
Bonita, can you take a step to your right? Right, there we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Fit Chad. Hey, she's all put Chad right in front of me.
Paul, thank you, sir.
I had Paul, you guys had your support.
Always.
It's always good to see you. Yes.
We're already here. We're already here. Thank you.
Sometime.
Appreciate it. Yes, thank you.
And it's really a special thanks to Cindy. She's the one, Cindy and Chad, they're the ones that are co-chairpersons of this event. But it's, Cindy is quite an organizer, to say the least. And she's the leader of it. We're everybody else is pretty much the followers. And we do what she asks us to do. So thank you for that, Cindy. And we do it, yes. Next, I'd like to call on Public Information Officer Raylene Barraza for the proclamation of February 2025 as Black History Month.
Good evening, Mayor Rounds and members of the City Council. It is my honor to stand before you today to officially proclaim the month of February as National Black History Month in the city of Santa Fe Springs. Black History Month is a time to reflect on and celebrate profound contributions of African Americans to our city, our nation, and our world. It is an opportunity to honor the rich cultural heritage, achievements, and resilience of individuals who have shaped every aspect to our society through leadership, innovation, art, education, science, activism, and beyond. This year's theme, African Americans in Labor, explores the diverse roles of African Americans that they have played in the labor market, from enslaved workers to modern entrepreneurs and executives. Today, we honor Rosa Parks on her birthday, celebrating her courageous act of defiance that ignited the Montgomery bus boycott and became a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. Her quiet strength and unwavering commitment to justice reminds us that one courageous voice can spark a powerful change. As we celebrate, we also recognize the ongoing struggles for equity and justice. Black History Month is not confined to the past. It is a living history that calls us to action, reflection, and commitment to building a future rooted in fairness, dignity, and inclusion for all. Therefore, the City of Santa Fe Springs proudly proclaims the month of February as National Black History Month. I encourage everyone to take this month to learn, engage, and honor the stories that have shaped our community and country. Thank you. We have a proclamation.
Thank you. Mr. Bobadilla, are there any changes to the agenda?
We have no changes to the agenda.
Thank you. Public comments? Public comments are now open. The public may address the City Council on any non-public hearing item on the agenda or on any other matter within the council's jurisdiction. You will have an opportunity to speak for 3 minutes once the city clerk announces your name. City Clerk, do we have any members of the public that wish to speak?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to call upon Lee Squire first.
Lee Squire, Vietnam era veteran, civil rights advocate, mayor and city council. My generation are the children of the Holocaust and World War II. We grew up during the civil rights movement and the Vietnam War. We who served in the Vietnam War fought against the foreign enemy of communism and the domestic enemy of racism. Honor is my subject for tonight. One, thanks to the Santa Fe Springs and all the staff for Veterans Day event that I can only describe by one word, and that's just wow and awesome. And I thank you on behalf of all of my veterans. Tonight I honor two words as to the female gender, woman and mother, and I'm looking at two of them on this city council. We Vietnam veterans of my generation honor you. We will never allow those two words to ever become dishonored again. I also honor the police and fire for their service and their courage to this community and to the other communities in which they ran into those fires in those other communities, and I want to thank them as you have already done tonight. Thanks for honoring Black History Month. I think of the American Civil War and the 14th Amendment. 100 years later, Martin Luther King was right. We had to again fight for the civil rights once again, and it generated what's known as the Civil Rights Act of 1964. On behalf of Martin Luther King Jr., I have a dream. Do not judge a person by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. God bless America. God bless the nation of Israel. God bless my military, my veterans and their families, and God bless local policing and their families. Thank you.
Do we have any other speakers?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to call upon Isabel Cervantes.
Isabel?
I actually have two items. One, because we're in between the meetings, we have a birthday that's coming up. So I wanted to help celebrate Joe Angel's birthday, which is next week. So happy birthday, Joe Angel. You don't have to share this with your mom because it's got chocolate. You're on your own with Hobby.
Oh, wow.
The second one is Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys don't forget it. It's not just about couples, it's also about friendship. So I have a little gift for all you guys.
Thank you.
I want to see what craft does she make. What craft did you make, Isabel? Yes.
My poor machine's on. It needs a timeout right now.
Oh, no, thank you.
Of course, you get pink.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pink. Do you want pink or red?
This is cool.
Mr. Mayor, we have a cake as well for Councilmember, for Mayor Pro Tem Zamora, so he's going to have two cakes, and probably appropriate to sing happy birthday to
So
him.
this might be the time. Everybody, please join me. And Gus Velasco, I think he had it right. So when we sing happy birthday, can we do it a little bit more upbeat? It comes out really good. So the tempo's, okay? You don't want to hear me sing, so. See, isn't it more lively? In fact, it's even better if you even sing it a little faster than that. So just try it out sometime. Try it out sometime. Thank you. Any more speakers?
That concludes our speakers,
And
Mayor.
Isabel, you did it in less than a minute. Good job. Mr. Bobadilla, do we have any staff communications?
Mr. Mayor, we have two communications. I'd like to call up Arlene Salazar, Police Services Director.
Once again, thank you for this opportunity to be able to speak on behalf of Police Services. I'd like to invite the community and the council to the Coffee with the Cops tomorrow morning at 8:30 to 10:30. I know it might be a little rainy, but we will have donuts and we will have coffee and water, and we'd hope that you would be able to stop by and visit. The other thing I'd like to announce is that we now have a safe parking zone at the Police Services Center for exchanges, for visitation, for exchanges of commerce. So it's right there under the 24-hour surveillance. So we hope that you'd be able to come and check that out. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Arlene.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to call up Gus Hernandez, our Parks and Recs Director.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. I'm here tonight to speak on two items. Can we get the slides, please? First one is our annual President's Day Penny Carnival, which will be held on Monday, February 17th. That's President's Day. Over at the Activity Center, we have crafts, games, food. We invite the whole community to come out, and don't forget your pennies. Next slide, please. You can still get pennies. Yes, we will have pennies on hand to exchange. Might be the last year, though, but no crypto. Soon, coming soon. The next event that I'd like to invite the community out to is our hiring open house. This will be held on Saturday, February 22nd over at the Betty Wilson Center. We want to showcase the level of services that we offer in Parks and Recreation. We also want to provide a behind-the-scenes look as to what it is to be a program rec leader. And then we want to offer some hiring tips in preparation of our hiring fair, which will be held on March 8th. So our entire community, please come out to our hiring open house again, Saturday, February 22nd at the Betty Wilson Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Gus. And that's it. Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have consent calendar. City Council consent calendar, we have a total of 8 items, numbers 5 through 12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. The business part took 10 seconds, just if anybody's keeping track. Appointments to boards, committees, and commissions. Councilmember Mora?
We've got one, Mark Scoggins, to Historical Community Preservation Committee.
Thank you. Councilmember Martin?
None tonight, thank you.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
I have 2. First one is Maria Rojas to the Senior Advisory Committee. And the other one is Leilani Aranda. She's sitting right here in the audience. Thank you for coming tonight. And she's going to be in our Youth Leadership Committee.
Good, good.
And I'd like to ask her if I can be her mentor this year and take her around the city and just hang out with her and showcase our Santa Fe Springs. She's a new resident as well. Thank you, Leilani. You said yes, right? And her mother Veronica, Industrial Valco, 16 years of friendship. Thank you, Veronica, for being here.
Mayor Pro Tem Zamora?
None tonight, so I don't have anybody to show around the city.
And I have none. Council comments, AB 1234, council conference reporting. Councilmember Mora.
I do have one. I attended a conference, the League of California Cities, on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of January. We did a couple of workshops on finances, ethics, and some harassment training. That's all I got to report.
Thank you. Councilmember Martin.
Just kudos where Arlene and your staff, there's been quite a few homeless encampments. And literally by the time I get on the phone and tell Renee already knows where it's at because you've already had a team going out there and getting rid of it. So kudos and thank you so much for that. At the last council meeting, we had said how everybody's doing something for the fire. And I'm going to put Cindy on the spot here. Just a little bit about what Cindy has done. At the last council meeting, we had somebody that lost, a lot of the kids weren't going to school. The schools closed down. And I kind of reached out to Cindy, and between Cindy and Wendy from Tangram, they actually set up how many classes or how many students did you guys set up? Just by donations from Santa Fe Springs Christian School and from Tangram. How many kids did you set up out of school?
250 and then another 248.
This is just 2 women just hearing that there is a need, not even in our city, outside, but just having Santa Fe Springs Christian School and Tangram as one of our chamber members, together, those two women set up to almost 400 kids will be able to go to school now that we will never know. We don't know who they are, but because we have people in our community like Cindy, like Wendy, and so many other residents, this is why we are who we are. So, sorry I put you on the spot again, Cindy, but thank you. Thank you so much, Isabel. I love my pink. And we attended a whole child opening on Saturday. It was great. It was awesome to finally seeing it complete and done. It was just really, really great. A great opportunity where hopefully there's going to be good use to Santa Fe Springs residents and local community members to that. And that's it. And happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez?
Good evening. I would like to also say the whole child, we went and visited the ribbon cutting. It was an amazing event. It's somewhat helping women and children and families and veterans. We do the same thing with LA CADA, women and children, families, mental health and illness. It's very important that we continue to support these programs. They are just the foundation of our community. There's so many people in need, and to just get out there and get involved. We had our, at the LA CADA one, we had our volunteers of our city go and fold clothes and do whatever they could. I was just so happy to see that. The whole child was just so beautiful. We took pictures of the apartments and everything that these people have prepared, and it's taken a few years to get this in place, but we are just so grateful that we have the whole child's in our facility, in our home of Santa Fe Springs. So also, I wanted to thank you, Lee Squire, for recognizing women and mothers. We work so hard. Men, we give a lot of grateful thanks to our men. But women, we wake up, we take care of the kids, and I'm not saying they don't, they do too, but I always love to see our women get stronger and stronger, and it takes all of us to empower each other instead of going out and being, unfriendly. We go out there and support each other, make ourselves stronger. Look at Leilani. We want to encourage her to be all she can be, and everybody else. You're never too old to get out there and do something new and to volunteer your time and just be a great friend. I've just known Isabel for almost 2.5 years, and I tell her, you are one of the greatest friends to anybody. She will do anything for anybody, and it just warms my heart to see somebody like her. Even some of our people in our community are my family more than what my real family is. So, and I thank you for that. This is a great community, and I'm so glad that God put me in this place to enjoy our years of getting older. So thank you. I wanted to say happy birthday to that little guy right there named Jaden. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I love you. He's going to be 5 years old. And I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe Angel Zamora, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir. Today I had the great invitation of showing up to Santa Fe Springs Christian School. Besides myself, it was Juanita and Bill, and of course we're put on a spot to talk about Healthy Heart. And it's actually great because sometimes you don't talk about these things, and for me, I don't talk about it at all because of that was what was recommended from the doctors and the staff and the team. So it was kind of hard to say what you wanted to say and imagine their kids too. And they tell you not to relive what happened to you, just because most people who have a heart attack go through a state of depression, and that's the hard part. So you constantly fight those type of anxiety and different things. So other than that, I mean, it's just a blessing just to share with children and just to let them know the future of of their bodies and especially their heart, because that is that's their main source of life. And so I do want to thank you, Cindy, just for just what you feed your kids. I mean, that and what I mean by feed is I mean the the wisdom and knowledge that's fed to them. So I can't thank you enough for what you're doing there at Santa Fe Springs Christian School. And that's why any chance I get to recommend that school, I do. I mean, no offense to my mom, who's a school board member for Little Lake, but you know what I mean? It's just something that I just see, you know, anytime you can have God's word involved in everyday schooling, it's always a blessing. Mr. Lee Squire, thank you for, you know, just the fact of always representing not only yourself, but representing those Vietnam veterans. And thank you for always your service, sir. And it's just a reminder of, you know, our servicemen and women, of what they do. First responders, thank you. Also, we had a chance to go to, you know, what was it, on Monday, or I don't even know what day, Saturday, we had a chance to all be there together, all 5 of us, for the whole child. Great event. Supposedly it came out on the news. I don't know if it did, but that's what I was told. I got called by people, and so it did, right? Yeah. So the other thing too, February 21st, I know we have Silver Shields going on, but we also have an event for Little Lake City School District. We have the Leaf Foundation, and what we do is we give out grants to classrooms. So teachers will write out a grant, and we give up to $1,000. So last year, our committee was able to give out $53,000 in grants for the school year. So I'm hoping that we can continue to raise the money. So those vendors out here, so if you guys can send your checks for our kids, I mean, anything we can do to participate to help them out, we would greatly appreciate it. So it's a Quartermania, February 21st. It's a fun thing. We're opening up the doors early, 3:30. So some of you guys just want to show up before you go to Silver Shields, feel free. You know, I'm not saying have a drink first and then drive, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, you guys are responsible adults. Yeah, go donate, and we'd appreciate it. Yeah, Uber. Other than that, you know, may God always bless the city of Santa Fe Springs. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thank you, council members, for your comments. And yes, we're pretty busy. It's just not meetings every other week, but we do attend a lot of events. And I'm very proud to say, majority of the time, it's all 5 of us. So that's always good to see. And thank you, Cindy, for putting us on the spot today. Didn't know we were going to speak, but it was all good. And Lee, thank you again for your comments. And can I give you an honorary Santa Fe Springs resident? How's that for you? You know, you can use 90670 for your zip code if you want. Again, everything, I mean, we have amazing residents. We have amazing staff. We have amazing businesses. We just, it's an amazing city, and it was even mentioned at the grand opening on Saturday that Santa Fe Springs is the Mayberry RFD, the little city with a big heart. And we even challenged other cities that were there, okay, we did our part in the homelessness. We did our part. It's time for you guys to do yours. And they all kind of looked down to the floor when we said that. So, and Councilmember Martin, I want to make sure that the record's straight. I guess I was remiss and didn't ask her if she had any appointments to any boards or commissions. Councilmember, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that. And was there something you wanted to mention?
Renee, so the Miss Santa Fe Springs, the Abigail Barraza Foundation is getting bigger and bigger. They're literally on the news. They're part of the Rose Parade and actually part of the court. And I'm feeling, and I spoke to Renee if it was possible, if we can have an oversight committee. But I think if we could, and I asked Annette if she would join me in being that committee, so we more or less, we're not in their business to see what they're doing, because they're doing a great job, but just an oversight to make sure we give them more support, what they're doing and how they're doing it. I know I used to be involved in it, Annette's been involved in it, so I think between both of us, I really don't think any of the guys on here would do much service. I think it'd be better if me and you would do one.
No, they can help as well. I always had Thomas helping at the Miss Santa Fe Springs.
Yeah.
I did the Miss Santa Fe Springs for 16 years when I was a club member to Seroptimus, focusing on women and girls. And I told Juanita that not only do I want to be on the committee, but I also want to go to the practices and get to know the girls and just be a part of everything that's involved. I really enjoy working with our kids. I was a mentor for 10 years at Santa Fe High School, and that's why I want to be a mentor with Leilani too, because that's what it's about. So I'm looking forward to the Miss Santa Fe Springs and getting more involved.
Yeah, so hopefully we can come up with.
Mr. Mayor, if you say so and maybe give direction, I can see the nods. If it's okay, we can create that and.
Of course, everybody's
We'll let
good
Monique
with
know
that?
about it too.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So, one last thing, be safe in the next couple days with the rain, and keep all the people up in the fire areas in your prayers again, because they've had enough devastation, and please, 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 Lord, keep it to a minimum. And, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Isabel. I have a present to give to my sweetheart now, so I'm going to hide this for a few weeks. So with that, meeting adjourned.
He's all, let me have 5 more.
Yeah.
Let me have 5 more.
Yeah.